We're gonna go straight into the Mantis homeworlds because we got plenty of hull, we got upgraded shields, and we're ready to do this. You've entered a poorly charted area of space that's known to be home to the Mantis. Ensure your hull plating is up to scratch, and that you have enough fuel in the tank to make it through. Let's do it! Alright, immediately, distress beacon. First thing we find. Let's see what we got to say. Small civilian ship flies over as soon as you arrive. You're prepared to fight, but they just inform you they're out of FTL fuel and can't jump. So they're asking for some fuel. I've got a little bit of extra fuel. We'll go ahead and give it to them, and they say, here, have some scrap. Now, this is a little risky because I'm getting kind of low on fuel, but they also gave me close to 40 scrap, and fuel sells at 3 scrap apiece, so this was actually a very good financial move, provided I can find a little bit more fuel of my own, such as at a shop. We're gonna duck down here and see what's going on in this asteroid field. Looks like we've got another rebel automated scout. So they've actually got 2 drones and a single laser cannon. In this case, I'm going to prioritize fire on their drone control because that's probably going to be more threatening. But I do want to take down their shields as quickly as possible. And we see this is the first enemy ship that has 2 shields. So we're gonna focus all of our firepower there. And probably launch a hacking drone to target their drone control system. And so bam, we're going to power down their drones. You can see these things are kind of spazzing out in the meantime. We're going to send a laser barrage, but you can see both my shields and their shields are taking some damage here, just from the asteroids that are floating by. So if I take down their shields, I'll actually have additional damage hitting their hull straight from the asteroid belt. So in that case, an asteroid just took down their weapon system. I didn't even target it. And we're going to try and take down the rest of their dealio. We've got some fires starting here. We're going to go ahead and send these guys into the med bay to deal with that and get that back online. If we can blow up their drone control, then we're good. And I've got 2 blippets of shield. Blippet, that's a word. So we're just going to spend a little bit of time in the asteroid field. No big deal. Doing some repairs and getting everybody healed up because I know my shields can deal with this asteroid nonsense. Not only that, we'll see there's a nifty little thing here where Sarcasm should be able to level up her shield abilities, or her shield know-how, her shield savvy, by these asteroids striking the shield over and over and over. So some people would just kind of like power level their piloting and their shield repair or shield boosting capabilities in a sector like this just by chilling out here and letting rocks continually cascade against them. But that's not my style. So onwards and upwards. Now, often you want to take the leftmost jump that you can in order to get there before the actual rebel pursuit does, but in this case it's a dead end. If I were to jump over to here, the only course of action would be jump back to here, which I've already explored, so there would be nothing to gain from it. Instead, I'm going to go towards kind of this cluster in the center area and see if we can find something interesting like another distress beacon or anything. Find a rebel automated scout floating near beacon. It's in pristine condition but deactivated. We're going to try and download its ship stores. We get data about it, we get information on the surrounding area. Excellent. So, since this thing has been surveying the surrounding area, we get some information on what's going on. We know where a store is, we know where a distress beacon is, and these little triangle signs are where other ships are expected to be. So, if we were to jump into these areas, then excuse me, we would definitely have some kind of ship encounter. So we know there's a store there. I'm getting pretty high on my scrap count again, so we're gonna try and take 3 jumps, hit up the store, and then keep moving. Mantis military scout hails you. Foolish alien! Your kind has stifled our greatness for too long. You will rue the day you back the Federation. And we're going to blow him up because I'm not going to have any of that. Once again, we see that they have no med bay, so we're going to focus all of our firepower right on their shield system and go ahead and jump right into their weapon bay. So they've pulled their Mantis man, pulled their their NG dude in, and we're just going to blow these dudes up. We're going to take down their everything here. We killed 1 dude. We're going to go ahead and wait for another barrage there, deactivate our weapons. Once our lasers hit, then we've got this other Mantis man runs right into my dudes and we slay him. So another ship that we took via boarding, bunch of extra scrap that we can take, and we are looking good. we do need to get our repairman working on this jump pad so I can actually bring my dudes back onto my ship. If you jump away or blow up an enemy ship while you have boarders on their ship, those guys die. It is horrible. You do not want that to happen. We took a little bit of hull damage, but all of our systems are good. We're going to have everybody heal on up and then disperse back to their stations and get moving onwards. Unvisited location, so I might actually be able to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get an extra jump in before the shop, because these rebels are kind of taking their sweet time. So we're gonna take a trip north and see if we can actually get another event to happen. You arrive, some people there hear about my quest to deliver this information on the rebel scum and keep moving forward. What do we got here? Only thing, this beacon offers a view of deep space and a brief respite from battles. Not really what I was looking for, but it does look like I am going to be able to go ahead and hit this distress beacon up. And then we'll hit the store and then go south, and then we can make it over here. And it'll be perfect. Actually, let's see. Pull to there. We jump, pull there. I might be able to get this ship before the distress beacon, based on where the rebels are at, and make it to the ship, or make it to the store unidentified. Okay, so this is another common event where you find a rebel ship that's like, oh, hey, I could fight you, or I could straight up peace out of here and cause the rebel fleet to detect where you are, and that makes life hell. So we're gonna want to go ahead and blow through their shields and then target their engines here, so this guy can't make a quick getaway. Bam. We can see that his FTL is still charging, and they've gotten some nasty damage in on my hulls, but his shields are down, so we're going to divert some of our firepower elsewhere, and, ooh, nasty. Taking some missile action. So, weapon systems are down, his FTL cannot be charged because his engines are dead, and we'll just focus the rest of our firepower on weapons and drone control. Bam. So he actually got a fair amount of damage in on my hull, which was unfortunate. But we stopped him from jumping. We're going to be okay. We're going to pull Johnson up to help with repairs here, get this shield back online, and be good to go. Based on how wide this thing is, I'm going to go ahead and guess that I can't get to the distress beacon and then back to the store before they make it to the store. A little bit sad, because I would have liked to hit up that distress beacon, but that's okay. Struggling Mantis cargo ship headed for the node raises what's left of shields as you jump in. You power up your weapons as a show of force, and they reluctantly agree to offload some of their cargo to you for a price. Let's see. This is the first we've seen of the rock guys. They're pretty cool, but I've got a full-on crew, so I can't hire any of them. Let's see what they've got. They've got a cloaking system and a weapon pre-igniter. Both of these are awesome things. Weapon pre-igniters Weapon pre-igniters allow you to use your weaponry as soon as you jump in, and it's awesome. Because everybody else has to charge up immediately, and cloaking allows you to go invisible, causing weapons to be unable to lock on you for several seconds, and it's just amazing. I really like cloaking. I really like weapon pre-igniters. These are both excellent buys. Total cost would be $270, and I'm at just shy of $200. I could pawn these things to get about 50 more. I still wouldn't be able to afford it, so that's a sad day. I can only have one of them. I really want the weapon pre-igniter, but cloaking is just better in general, in my opinion. So I think we'll go ahead and buy cloaking. That's my last system slot. We'll go ahead and repair our ship and buy some fuel, because we're getting pretty low on that, and that will tap out our resources. So we're doing pretty good. Sara needs a quick little stop off at the med bay to heal up. And we're going to go ahead and divert some power from our, I guess we want our medbay on, from our engines into cloaking, so that we've got maximum options available for combat. Yeah, so as we see, if I had gone to this distress beacon, the ship would definitely be within rebel range, and we're going to have to keep moving in another direction. No distress beacon for Steam. Oh well. A derelict and still smoking Mantis vessel floats by. The battle must have been recent. Its surviving crew beam aboard, prepare for a fight. So, they've got 3 Mantis men having just boarded me. This is going to be a nasty fight that we're going to have to deal with. We're going to send my Mantis men over here. Oh, they've got 4 Mantis men on board. Scratch that. We're going to have to pull everybody and try and take these dudes down. Artyom's going to have to piece out of there, and they're going to pursue him a little bit. Once we get these guys kind of distracted and take down this first batch of Mantis men, we can focus on healing up my Zoltan crew members and moving the rest of my guys into safety. So, Chounji and Manon are both at still full health. They're going to be able to go take on this batch of Mantis men. We'll even pull myself into the fight for a little bit of extra firepower. We're just going to throw in a shot or two because I primarily want my Mantis men to level up their ship combat. And we're going to pull them if they get particularly low. But we wiped them up. 4 Mantis men down. No problem. We're going to return these dudes to where they belong and get everybody who needs healing into the med bay. So, crisis averted. We dealt with those Mantis men. We got a little bit more experience, but it seems that both my Mantis men are not doing so hot in terms of leveling up their combat skill. So we're gonna have to do a lot more boarding if we want those dudes to become proficient enough to really blow stuff up the way I want them to. Excuse me. Looks like we're going to have to deal with rebels at the exit beacon this time because their scanners are moving a little bit further than I would have liked. Nearby Mantis mining operation, clearly using heavy NG slave labor. Briefly consider the possibility of emancipating the slaves. Mantis presence is too formidable. You decide to lay low. Lame. So yeah, exit beacon is under rebel watch at this point. So as we can see, there are rebel ships here. They've got a nasty cruiser waiting for me with 3 shields. This is going to be gross. They also have a med bay, which means boarding is going to be even more difficult because they can run people into here in order to defend themselves against my my Mantis man onslaught. To counter that, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and send a hacking drone to the med bay and beam my Mantis men into the med bay as soon as the hacking drone arrives. The hacking drone will lock the doors and the Mantis men can go ahead and blow it up. Bam. So, these guys will have to blow through the doors while my Mantis men are working on blowing it up. And I've got my cloaking system active, so we can see this guy charging up. They're going to probably fire off a nasty salvo of damage at us. And I'm going to be ready to cloak that, because cloaking also increases your ship's evasion. And by doing that, you're able to dodge some shots. So, here comes the laser, but they haven't fired the Big Daddy yet. So here comes a laser barrage. We're going to activate our cloaking system. All of those shots missed. It's beautiful. We're about to murder 2 of their dudes in their med bay there. Things are looking good. Let's see. Our Mantis men are a little bit rough looking. We're going to go ahead and invade this dude and try and take down 1 more of their crew members and try and just deal with the onslaught that's coming from them, because it's going to be pretty rough. They've got a anti-ship battery in the area, which just does enormous damage to your hull if it lands a hit. Crap! I looked away for a second and I lost Chounji. Chounji died in that little exchange, so I'm now down a Mantis man. I probably should have healed before sending him in, but I figured it would work out just fine, and that was apparently inaccurate. My FTL isn't spooled up yet, so I can't jump, but I will be able to, we're going to go ahead and try and stealth this ASB lock. Unfortunately, I fired weapons, and yeah, just 3 hull damage, annihilated my hacking system. This is looking pretty gross. Yikes. And not only that, they got their med bay is coming back online, so I'm going to teleport my remaining Mantis man there real quick and engage this dude, and we're just going to try and take him down, and that'll be the end of that. Disable our weapon systems. We're going to go take out this last dude named Joel, and since I was within rebel detection range, we end up with not being able to scrap the ship, and I only get 1 fuel. It's a bad system. Unfortunately, I do now have to wait here for my my FTL is all spooled up, but my teleporter is not ready to bring my remaining Mantis man back on board. So that was actually a really bad play on my part. A, getting to the point where these dudes could actually detect me, and B, losing one of my valuable Mantis men, especially one who's near and dear to my heart. So, Chounji Akuma, my heart goes out to you, bud. But we have slain everybody on their ship. We've got most of our systems online, and we have teleported our dude back here. The next time it locks, we're going to want to be in position to teleport out of here. So we're going to run everybody to the med bay and get ready to jump here. They've got an ASB target lock, and it's time to peace out.